It's more like an audience. All right, all right, all right. Can we hear me now? Can we hear me now? Let's make sure. I'm awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, we'll reset the scene. We'll reset the scene. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all back again this year for another season of D&D in Trancasia with the cows. Tonight, you're joined by myself, Robert, and the crew to jump back into a new year, a new save adventure of the campaign that we've been enjoying for a couple of sessions together. Dan, how many sessions exactly?
40. This is session 40 of Trancasia, of Call of the Seven Rings. That's a lot more than I thought it was.
God damn.
Robin, can you take that from the top? Because the first take was better.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, that one was just
a little bit flat. Initially, just thank you everybody for coming back this year. It's exciting. We're all very pumped. A big shout out to Jez. The new layout looks incredible. I am just enjoying it right now on the side. So big shout out to Jez. Thank you so much for all your hard work.
Oh yeah, awesome.
We have an exciting year ahead. We've been planning a bunch of different content. We've been looking at ways to engage more and to offer you guys more in our world and the things that we create, and hopefully some things that makes your lives easier as D&D players and DMs alike. And you'll hear more of that to come. But as always, our Patreon is there if you want to directly support us. But otherwise, today we are jumping back into the world. For this month, we are having our giveaway on the 23rd. Did you say, Jez?
Yes, the 23rd of February. It's going to be awesome.
So I look forward to that.
Just as a bit of a teaser, if you want to be part of that, you have to be a follower. You get an extra entry if you are also a subscriber to the stream. And here's what's up for grabs on the screen right now. Some awesome ancient green dice, courtesy of Behold Games. Get in there and check it out. 23rd of Feb.
The clean lines on the green always look good in the contrast.
It looks like candy, and I want to bite it.
But no, Raging Rolls does not condone the eating of dice.
It's the D4s you got to watch out for.
Tonight, I hope that you will all allow me to transport us back to the things that have happened as we restart for the new year to make sure we all know where we're up to, as well as an exciting conclusion to this act of our campaign. But before we do that, we have an intro, Jez.
We most certainly do.
And we'll roll that one before we jump into the action. And we are live. So, Jez, if you would bring the monologue screen back for a moment.
Of course, of course.
It is so lovely to have good content producers on staff these days. So I want to start by taking us back to the beginning. I want to quickly start as we find our cows in the early stages of their journey together. the smell of the city around them as they sit in the busy tavern, noisy as mugs and flagons scatter across tables, and a rowdy bunch of workers finish their day with a pint in their hands. The party meets. The party starts to chat about the opportunities that await them. What was some of the highlights of that time, guys, as you jumped into the milk? Was it the fermented goat's milk?
Well, you see, I have troubles with the beak part. So I had to be like a turkey, right, and put my beak wide up open in the air and get people to pour it in for me. It was all a bit of a bother.
The most frustrating thing for me was every time, now and then, after a couple of drinks, I would try to grab one of these glasses with this hand I no longer have. And it became pretty frustrating when this ghostly arm couldn't grip anything when I wasn't focusing hard enough.
Do you think I could knit you a prosthetic, dear?
Oh, Gloria, that'd be fantastic, especially if the weather might get colder soon enough. A nice
Delightful.
knitted glove over a ghostly hand might make me realize it's not there.
Okay, good. I'll put that on the to-do.
As you see the scenes fade and flash, you see the journeys that you've had reaching the first of the circles, seen the journey to uncover all of the secrets of the circus, the many circles you got through, the uncovering of your weapons, each of you now having the weight of the rings on your fingers, both in reality and in battle. As you think back to all of the times that the weapons have manifested themselves to aid you. You think of the wealth that awaited you in some of those circles. And for a few of you,
There was an error with the player.
I could see some...
Oops.
What the hell?
are we
Hey,
back?
oh, we're back.
Yeah, back says live.
We're good. The
Take
players...
it from the top again.
As the party has made their way through the Feywild, they've met many creatures, seen many interesting things. Off the top of my head, I have a court of frog people, bullywogs, who were killing themselves as much as being killed by other things. We enjoyed the tavern on legs that walked through the marshlands. I don't know, anybody else have something that really stands out? Some of the crazy stuff that the Feywild has thrown at them?
The insulting mushrooms
I was about to mention that
and
myself.
getting high with the
Mm.
unicorn.
A token
I
unicorn.
quite liked our surfer friend we met.
Rad, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we met him briefly before we met some very cryptic goats that really didn't give us too much time to think about what they were saying before they decided to fuck us over.
Almost
and
bringing
we
upon
killed Tia, Matt.
the apocalypse. And it is at that peak of the story as the players have defeated a beast.
Back now?
That it's ended.
When
Wait,
Yep,
hang on.
yep.
Oh.
Oh,
it is unavailable.
Party needs to slay some tech goblins. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they
That's
should be
tonight's session.
They should be the first on the shitty watch.
Yeah, very
Campaign.
true. Very
Go
true.
slay a bunch of tech goblins.
A fitting end. Yeah, so the party finds themselves now settling in to this life they found themselves in. The Feywild ahead of them after this epic battle. It is just grey. I mean, it's colored for me.
It's working for me.
for me. Maybe just refresh it. I had to refresh mine. Good
I
description.
mean, like, grayscale's dramatic.
Yeah, it is. It's very
It's,
dramatic.
it's like noir.
All right, so the party finds themselves in this cave, and they start to settle in. Now, flashing forwards, the party makes short work of said cave. Inside, I want you all to imagine was an amazing adventure. That there was cool monsters, there was cool treasure, even. There was an epic fight, a thrilling conclusion,
I can't believe I fucked the Jabberwock.
and
What?
and in the end, memories were made between the group of you that you have to imagine will unite you going forward in the quest to save the world. It is as you make camp on the outside of this epic dungeon that the story today unfolds. As each of you are counting the 500 gold pieces that you acquired thanks to your epic plunders,
Woo!
you
Add
think
to inventory
forward
right now.
to what is awaiting you in the rest of the Feywild, as the witches have now truly become a thorn in your sides, and the world itself is seeming to become undone around you.
Man, that was insane. I can't believe both Flint and Rafe lost an arm also. Those bugbears, they came out of nowhere.
I think you just weren't paying attention, Finry, dear.
Yeah, no, I got distracted by the Jabberwock.
Nice. Fantastic. As the lot of you are watching, the skies have been tumultuous. The thunder has been rolling, lightning shattering through the conduits that exist in yon. This place is barren, but it is designed as an amphitheater for the witch who makes her home here. And you've become quite used to the theatrics in your time there so far. But in all of your time in the Feywild, you've never seen something quite like what appears on the horizon in front of you. As you walk forward, standing on the edge of a forest, the sky above you darkening, the clouds themselves come falling to the ground. The very physics of the world seem affected by the ritual taking place. You can feel a sense of unease and dread growing in your chest. You know that whatever this is, you need to act fast. You see upon this horizon this magical effect. What are you all doing?
I reckon we just call out the hag. Which one is this one? Scabatha? Like, let's call her out. Let's do something. Let's make a deal. Like, tell her, like, hey, why don't you just go away, and we won't kill you. I mean,
Are we sure that it's her, though?
You don't have much time to decide this. Someone distract her.
I take off my pants.
And I cast
Enlarge.
I cast Otto's irresistible dance on Finry.
Oh, that's good because I can't actually dance anymore.
Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Even-
Really again.
Even the mockery that is Finry in this moment, laughing hideously, a dance irresistible. There is no response, but an echoing rumble.
Guys, I don't think it's working. How long is this going to go on for?
How long is the spell effect? We can time it for you if you want.
It's a while.
See how long you can keep this up for.
There's no fan in this room. It's really hot.
How far away is she?
It's a minute, I think.
There's nobody in the horizon, so you just see the spell effect, whatever this is. It's like the basically, if you imagine like clouds, they've just like stopped floating. They just started like crumbling towards the ground, and the sky is turning like a blood red.
It's-
We need to get up there. We need to get up there. I just start running and taking off towards it.
I pull up my pants, still giggling to myself, and I'm dancing and running after.
I'm gonna run too. And then when I'm 120 feet away from it, you said it's a magical spell effect, yeah?
Yeah, that's encompassing like an entire realm.
Oh, well, that's not gonna work. Like, dispel magic.
You don't know.
Try it and find out.
Dang. She's probably more powerful than me.
No, you got this.
You just have to
According
believe yourself.
to my book, if you roll, what the fuck's a D20? Close the book, put it away.
The sky, ever darkening, begins to set the world around you into that reddish tinge. The darkened stone now seeming more foreboding as you make your way further, deeper into yon, finding the origin of this spell effect.
You don't think
So it's
that
not
possibly this
coalescing, is it? It's just
It's like
the sky,
Well,
basically.
I'll give it to you that like you've noticed very much like towards like the northeast, that seemed to be the spell origin or whatever like started it, because it just like it emanated outwards from there like a storm front that just started like emanating across the skyline.
Well, so we want to head towards the eye of the storm, but you guys don't think that this could potentially have something to do with the fact that we killed Tiamat?
No,
I wouldn't make that leap, Finry.
no, I
I don't know.
agree. I feel it's unrelated, Henry. It's
It feels like the witches up to their shit.
yeah. Everything
Well-
we've heard to this point was that she's going to be up there waiting for us. That's where this thing is coming from.
But isn't the circle also here? What if it's something to do with the circle?
That is the circle, isn't it, DM? That's where we think the circle is, where that is
That's
centered.
as much as you know, yeah.
Yep, that is where the circle is, Finry. That's where we need to get to right now.
Oh, okay, well, I don't have one of your fancy rings, so... hang on a second, hang on. And I stop,
I mean, you're
and I put my
ringing, does
ears
that count?
straight up, and I just go towards the spot, and I start flapping in the wind. Oh yeah, no, we have to go that way.
All right. Now, chums. What's a creature that flies that would fit all of us on its back?
Tiamat.
I don't really. Did I? I wasn't here for that.
Oh, you missed it. You...
That was.
Yeah. That was
unavailable.
That was a night.
That was a... Yeah. Holy crap. I thought that was something to do with the unicorn, but no. That was just we. Yeah. Anyway. We have to go that way. Maybe a... Can you turn into a dragon?
I don't see where the hell I could not.
What CR can you go to? Because that'll quickly stop you.
I have no idea.
Blah 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 blah.
It doesn't say.
What are you using to transform?
I have polymorph as a spell.
Polymorph.
So it's just a wisdom saving throw if they want to avoid the effect. Oh wait, hold on. The new form can challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's.
There we go.
What's your challenge rating, Finry?
What? Hang on a second. I pull out the book. 11?
Okay, 11, 5e, flying creature.
Yeah, just that'll be a good Google search.
Yeah, this book doesn't have the monsters. It's just like stuff. What the fuck's a player character?
Oh, what's that?
While they're consulting the books, I'm like, you know what? Perhaps a little rest wouldn't have gone astray between all this chaos. Did we get a long rest between the last 2 months?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
As you,
Yeah, actually, I just looked at my hit points and I'm like,
like
oh,
I
shit.
said, the dungeon was tough. You guys were close, nail biting, but you came out of it and were able to find the rest you needed to recover.
Oh, thank God, I'm back up to
All right.
69 hit points. Nice.
Nice.
Thank God.
The 69 bits earlier were appreciated.
Yes.
Had a good giggle. at that.
Oh, what's that? I could do. How big's a young red dragon? How big's that fella? I
I don't think the
large.
5x5 squares would fit on there.
I think we're all going to fit no matter what it is.
Wait, just depending on what's going to happen, who's got air support, like, whilst we're flying? Like, who, like, I have my pan, that's good for close-up, but Flint, like, your stuff, you can handle anything long range that might come at us, right?
Flint, while Fenrir's talking about this, you feel a coldness run up your spine. As you look down, you see a spectre that seemingly walked right through your chest, milling about, walking aimlessly in the direction it was heading.
Distant shock.
As you, if you're looking at it, it seems to be heading away from the center of the, towards the center of the storm.
All right. I have it, chums. I know what I'm going to do. It took me a while, but I'm going to turn Finri into a rock. Not a ground
what?
rock, but the flapping bird kind of rock.
Wait, hang on. Why am I getting turned into?
Can I follow the spectre?
Yeah, if you sure can.
I'm going to climb on Finri.
Great
How
work,
many people
warrior.
can climb a rock? What's the size of this thing?
I climb on a rock.
Gargantuan monstrosities. What? They're big.
Sounds like Finnery.
Listen, we'll take it. Well, I think it'll be a good start.
God.
And it can fly 120 feet around.
Do we have a picture of this thing?
Finnery's a chef,
I want
right?
to see a picture.
Finnery is a chef.
Can you
What did you
smell
say?
what
It's
the
a
rock is
rock,
cooking?
wasn't it?
Yeah, so ROC.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
The rock is cooking. Oh, here's the rock.
I lay a giant egg.
View token artwork.
Oh,
Run
God.
token artwork.
And then I look at it
You want bacon and eggs?
with like a disappointed bird face.
Oh, here we
You know, I
go.
can't
This
cook it in
is
form.
what you are right now.
You are stunning.
Just this,
Majestic.
beauty. Really
Indeed.
making Jez work for it.
Yeah, it really is. Got there.
There it
Holy
is.
damn.
It's a pretty cool looking creature right now.
That's huge. I climb on.
Yeah, great.
I'd
Jumps
say
in.
it's a pretty birdie.
I'll pat him.
Fluff up
So
my
how many of
feathers.
this can it take?
At this
gigantic.
point, it is so big that I think most of you can
Yeah,
grab
yeah.
on.
Finnery's used to taking more than one person at a time, so
Yeah, I have given you proficiency bonus at being a rock.
I just say,
Gargantuan is 20 by 20 foot or larger.
That's
Um,
not bad.
Finnery says in rock speak, the hierarchy of the Feywild has just changed. And grabs Flint as he goes past.
I just say to the group, like, if we can get up there quick, I have a chance at stopping this before it starts.
Fly,
Onward.
Matty.
Which literally translates
Where
to
he's
gotta
doing
get
two
fast.
flaps from where there.
Yeah, literally gotta get fast. Boom! It's like warp speed. It's like when the start
we're past
when
it.
the Enterprise goes into hyperspace. It's like gone.
As the bunch of you are flying in, the wind is just howling at you. The rock is flying at the speed of rock. The lightning
metal.
begins to tremble past you as it conducts between these elements.
Master
Finri,
of
can you
Puppets starts
please
playing.
make a dexterity saving throw?
with my dex or a
No,
rock's
with the
dex?
rock. You
A
have to
rock
use
dex.
it, so it's got a +0.
Ace, what the?
But you got +9 to your strength.
That's pretty
yeah,
handy.
cool. Yeah. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Because it's about to be a fucking bird. Did that roll go through? No, that roll didn't go through. Hang on a second.
Rocket Man.
13.
As the lightning streaks past you, barely missing the tip of your wing. But the rock is not to be deterred today.
Which translates to "Welcome to the jungle." I'm just gonna I literally just have the rock's filmography in front of me right now.
Nice. You swoop down through yon, heading towards the center of the circle. And it's as you approach, as the swirling mist is emanating from the center, you realize that whatever is in front of you is a force that is preventing your traversal.
Yeah, but doesn't it know that it has to open its way for the Scorpion King?
It has not yet been told, so I think if you figure out how to tell it that, you might have uncovered the answer to this puzzle.
Is the hag in view?
No, so whatever is happening inside this domed off, shielded, swirling area of mist. It is very similar
has
to
a discography.
It's similar to the wind that not the wind, the mist walls that you guys crossed going from between hither and yon. It's sort of made of the same material that prevented you guys from crossing between them.
Have we tried walking tall?
You have actually. That one was something you tried in the dungeon. It didn't work there, and it's not working here.
So what you're saying is, at the moment, we're in a race to Witch Mountain.
You could say that, yes.
Maybe we should.
He's got a
What
point.
would the other guys do?
Too good.
No, that was just imagining.
So, if you were to say you're visualizing the space, you can't see through it at all.
Maybe if we try to be like a fast 5, we could get through the barrier.
Robert, if one was to imagine this, it's completely opaque. You can't see through. Is that true?
Yes, it's thick, swirling mist that seems to have just coalesced into a very visible, powerful magic wall.
Like a wall or a dome, or just you could
It is
imagine or visualize that there's something on the other side.
As you gaze upon the swirling white mist that seems to reach further beyond what your eyes can see, even from the back of Rock the Rock, you see that there is no opening even from far above. Whatever entryway there is to this space has to be going through this mist, for there does not seem to be a gap in its armor.
Which translates to, maybe if we were a league of super pets, we could get through.
Everything about how we've gotten from place to place so far has just been through sheer will. Is it just a matter of pushing forward? And I just try to just... Are we still on the back of the rock, or are we...
Yeah.
Just
Wherever you guys want to be.
push onward until we can go no further.
Fly,
And
Skippy!
I would like to cast Storm Rune
Nice.
and talk to Finri as a rock and guide him towards the most likely outcome or most likely path that would yield passage.
Awesome. I'll
So
give you
you can invoke
advantage.
the rune as a bonus action to enter a prophetic state for 1 minute.
Ooh.
Whenever a creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes this, in this case, an ability check, you can use your reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage.
And
So every 6 seconds, I'm going to be trying to give a nudge of go this way, go this way.
And in common, that rune translates to Shazam.
Yeah, nice. We really are just taking all of the IP. To
There is a lot more than I thought there was. in this filmography.
So with the entire party just knuckling down, holding on to Rock the Rock, you fly, diving, speeding towards the outer side of the ring. The force that is present there pushes back as you nosedive towards it. You feel like the air around you becomes heavy. You slow as you flow past it, as if floating on the outside of jelly as you slowly drip black down to the floor. As you get further and further away, your speed begins to pick up, your muscles seem to unlock, and your speed again returns to you.
How far away is the center of... Can we see the witch yet, or is it still too far away?
It is a dome of white mist, and it is impenetrable.
It feels like you guys
Is
are.
it a dome of white magic mist?
It would be. It seems very magical.
Can I cast Dispel Magic on it?
Do you have to be able to target the caster?
I don't know. I think you just target the effect. My
Yeah, I think you do.
expect me
You
to
can
know
target
my
it.
shit after 2 months.
Whatever it is complicated enough that nobody in this world has been able to take down those mist walls so far between any of the sections of this world. You can give it a go, but you would know that it must be or something funky about this already.
Oh, well. So if it's a sphere, can we just imagine that there's like an inside of the sphere that's clear? That'd probably
There
be
might be an
reasonable.
area that is being hidden by the sphere. You would
Oh,
be
right,
pretty
well.
safe to think that.
All right, who wants to
Just
come with me?
Backtrack.
Yes.
Backtrack a little bit. That spectre, what happened to it? Did it walk straight through?
It walked towards this area. As you now look, make an investigation check.
Okay.
First roll.
One.
Did you recognize it?
Investigation.
No.
No. I saw nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it initially just going towards that storm, but because of it, the way it walked, it just went into like the rock face, and you lost
You know
track
what?
of
It's 'cause I
it
got
once it
scooped
went
up.
inside the rock face. So you weren't able to keep following its path.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
yeah, by all accounts, it was walking straight for here.
Okay.
When I was flying over the thing, did I get like? Could I have like dipped like a talon down just to see if I like ran it against this barrier, if it would like scrape along like it was like a hard surface, or will it go through?
Like I said, it just turned you into jelly, right? Like it was a bit of repulsion. It almost felt like you were being pushed away like a magnet.
Yeah. Okay.
Pulling you away. So it slowed you, but then also just repelled you. So it's like the harder you try, the quicker it just yeets you the other way.
Wait. Fenrir, are you still a bird? How did we get... Whoever was at the unicorn, how did we get to the unicorn again?
Honestly,
he's
I
trying
think
to say
this is
something.
an improvement.
Your whole life at home, Dan.
Fuck you, Gloria!
I think he said he loves you. Oh, that's sweet.
Sorry,
I-
inflatable. That one is down there.
Sorry.
Archie dear, have you had enough of the rock?
I have.
If we can go no further with it, then
You can go back to cooking.
I think you can
No,
go
no, I
back.
just meant like we'll leave him like that just for now. Do
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to
yeah.
come on an adventure?
Yes! Yes!
As
I
she's
grab him
distracted
and I
and
cast
talking,
Dimension Door, and I imagine the clear space that's probably inside that sphere of mist, and hope for the best.
So okay,
Oh,
what are
wait,
you
are
doing
you
for that?
taking Archie inside?
Let's
Oh, fuck me.
throw the spell effect up there for me, please, so that I can rules lawyer this.
We're going for the astral plane, I think.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that Dimension
shit.
Door does not require you to know where you're going. It's just
I
500
just
feet
just
in a
want to
direction.
double check.
Oh,
I'm very
fuck.
lenient.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the wrong one. Dimension door.
Dispel
Did that go through?
magic.
Yep.
Within range.
there it is.
Counterspell.
So one you can visualize. So as long as I can imagine it real hard,
If you believe
Oh.
it's true.
or state the distance and direction. So
That might
You're
like
doing
that-
it, Gloria! You're
You
doing it!
probably have a easier time going distance and direction. But
Crap,
all
here
right,
we go.
distance and direction. There you go. I would like to angle myself so that I am exactly in line with it. Put myself 200 feet in front of it, or like so that I imagine what would be 200 feet from the center of it, and go. I want to come out there.
cool.
I like
I just imagine
Holy
Gloria just
crap.
grabbing Hector by the collar and just straight through the dimension.
Hector!
Yeah.
There's no Hector.
Archie,
Yes,
Archie.
Archie.
There is no
Yeah,
Hector. There
that's
is only Archie.
perfect. I'm just double checking. Is a creature?
He really does not want us in that thing.
No, I
He's
do.
trying
I just
really
want to make
hard.
sure that I can take in the other objectives. So you go through. When you're in there, nobody else can come in except Archie that goes with you, right?
Yep.
The door closes at that point. It doesn't stay open.
They just like end up like 1,000 feet in the air. It's right. Chickens can fly, or at least glide. So
That's
can
the only
glide
thing
pretty well.
I'm watching for. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you guys see Archie and Gloria disappear. What do you guys do?
Can you hear us?
all Finry's thinking is
It's
like,
o-
hey, I
it's
wonder how
okay,
long you
Archie.
spell us.
I
You
can
guys,
take this
you,
back. It's okay.
you guys hear nothing
so
except the
quiet, though.
swirl of this wall.
So quiet here, Gloria. It's fantastic.
Can I
I'll
land
describe
on
what you
the
guys
Looks like
see in
it.
a moment.
Can I just like go? I'll just land like on top of the thing. Will it let me land on it, or will it...
As much as like you'd be like hovering as it sort of just levitated you up and like it's the edge of your weight balance.
But like I wouldn't have to continue flying. Like, could I like rest?
Oh yeah,
and,
if you but
like,
you won't be
stop?
touching it. You'd still be like propelled. So
It'd
you just,
be like the way that atoms actually work, and they don't actually ever connect. And
correct.
so when you
but on
ever-
a
yeah,
larger
touch-
scale.
yeah. Science is weird. This is all Finry thoughts in his head as he's a fucking bird, and he's like, "Quack, quack, quack, quack." And then for some reason he can't stop thinking about birdseed, the like really big birdseed.
What if we're invisible?
Rafe?
I got nothing, but I hit things for a living.
So
I shed
shoot things
a
for
giant-
living.
I shed a giant feather for Rafe to play with.
Ooh. Ooh, shit.
I don't like that you can like physically just do that.
Well, I just like start grooming myself, and I pluck like a stray feather and like give it over to Rafe, and like there you go. It's like,
Yeah, so you guys are stuck on the other side. The swirling of this mist now in front of you, your companions out of sight. What's going through your heads?
What do we see?
You see the space around you, all these stones, like all the rock outcroppings of yon. You see the swirling. You see the red mist continue to spread this magic effect. If you're looking for anything specific, you can go ahead and make a sort of investigation check if you're telling me what you're looking for.
I'm trying to find any kind of stone or disturbance on the ground around us, which kind of signifies a switch, a doorway, a toggle, something like that.
Sure, go ahead and then make that investigation check.
16.
With the 16, you look around. Nothing immediately jumps at you from a sort of magical contraption point of view. Whatever is keeping this thing up seems entirely sort of magical in nature. Nothing mechanical inside.
Shit. Is there anything else around us on the ground? Anything of significance at all? Or is it just ground and then we're in a big, like, white...
Well,
Burn.
it wouldn't be here for no
White void?
reason.
Oh, it's definitely here for a reason. It's to keep you out.
Oh.
It's doing its job for the most part.
DM, quick question. With the polymorph spell, does Gloria need to end the spell, or can I
It's
end it myself?
concentration.
You volunteered, so I don't know if you like. What happens if you revoke consent? I think we'll keep it at, like, above board. If you revoke consent, then at any
Well,
time
if you become
could-
unwilling,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
to avoid the spell effect.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
I'd
that's
like to
part
be
of
able to
the
talk
I
with
will
my
happily
teammates.
allow you to let your polymorph go because it is consensual.
Flint, Rafe, holy shit! I've been trying to say this for the last 30 minutes. Huh?
Oh, you're back.
What?
Hi.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what if?
Where'd you go?
Okay, when I was the bird,
Oh,
the
that
giant
explains a lot.
fucking bird. Also, why is the feather still here when I? Anyway, that's just fucking weird. Rafe. Okay, what if? Okay, so when we went to the unicorn, we had to disguise ourselves as a unicorn to penetrate the barrier, and the spectre was heading this way. Are the specters entering the ghost entering the sphere or this like dome?
I
Make
never
a
saw him enter, but I'm
investigation
assuming
check.
that's where they were going.
Investigation or perception? Because I'm looking for it.
Perception. Go.
I'll do
Towards-
investigation again.
Does that mean
Oh.
I'm
That's
going
a 27.
to kill you
And
and
10.
turn
So-
you into a spectre?
With your 27, you see a shimmer to begin with first, but then as you get your eyes accustomed to it, you see just a whole lot of these specters, all from different angles, from different areas and different sides, coming into this dome.
Right, so have you guys ever seen Ghostbusters, and at the end all the ghosts are going towards like wreaking havoc and going everywhere and stuff? It's kind of like that. But okay, here's my idea. What if we dress up as ghosts and pretend we're ghosts, and then we also straight in?
Is that a one-way ticket, DM? Like they're all just going in, no one's coming out?
In a direct line.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I would prefer that we not be the ones that stay out here, because the two people that just went in, they're a lot squishier than you two, at least. Like, I'm pretty squishy, but I would prefer that they not die. I mean, hang on. Do I have any spells or anything?
And we can't hear them? We can't
Nope.
hear...
Nothing
What
through
does
there.
that spell do?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but why do you
Yes.
pull this trigger?
Who
What?
was the witch that we killed? Sorry, poor memory, and it was a really long time ago. The last witch that we killed, because I was there for that. Yeah. When we
You
set all the
guys-
children free.
Yes, that was the second witch.
Yeah. What was her name again?
What was her name? Hang on, I'm just bringing up the.
Because they have so many, and I really struggle with
Yeah,
names.
I
sometimes.
prepped all the alive witches, not the dead witch.
Granny Nightshade.
That's this one. I thought.
What's this one?
Was it Scabatha?
Scabatha? Yeah.
Scabatha.
Scabatha sounds right.
Because I know that the first hag got away. The second one we killed.
Much to her, she didn't like her very much.
I know. Well, like I felt bad as well because she was like a sexy demon lady, and I was like,
Yeah.
sorry, we gotta like.
She just wanted to be friends.
Did we?
Endlin Moongrave. The Bitter End.
That's the.
Yeah, no, that's who
And-
we're up against now, right?
No, this is Granny Nightshade.
Same thing. No, Nightshade is Loom. No,
No.
Nightshade's in Moonlight.
Scabatha is Granny Nightshade.
Oh my god.
See,
I
this
had
is why
hither,
you.
tither, and yon.
See, this is why you have one character with one name across multiple universes.
Much easier.
Because it's
right?
fucking easier.
I have written down Granny Nightshade was killed by harm.
There, Granny Nightshade. That's Granny Nightshade's.
And there was Blavorna.
Yeah,
Pavlona
she was the first one that got away.
Pavlova.
Pavlova,
Yeah.
Pavlova got away.
So now we're
Classic
looking for.
Australian success
Wait.
story.
Wait. I pull out the Wonder Polymorph. What if? Because I just got turned into a rock. Do you reckon this could possibly turn us into an undead thing that can then walk through this barrier? Otherwise, I have another idea.
You see as you chat a shadow go across yourself. As you gaze around, a shadow darts into the tree line.
What did you do?
ACO shadow. Nope, shit, wrong ones.
You turn a tree into a different kind of tree as you throw your water polymorph.
Does it
out.
womp?
Yeah.
So just like a random shadow just like darts from where we are into the tree line?
Or is it Finnery shadow?
As you're looking, you see a large pair of piercing yellow eyes open from the shadows, staring directly at you.
Nice kitty.
The
Rafe, does he belong to you?
the eyes peek further out into the light as a beak below them shows itself. The face of an owl, but the size of a bear.
It's our fucking cart. And I'm gonna like slide down the dome, and I'm just gonna like hold out the treat that I was feeding our cart that we forgot about.
When you
Forgot
approach, you see this thing rise up on its hind legs. The fur that you mistook for the initial owl bear, as this winged creature stands in front of you, majestic. This seems entirely an owl, but somehow larger than any you have ever seen before.
Oh, owls eat rabbits. Ray Flynn!
Yeah, you're on your own. You're right towards it.
Who goes there?
It speaks.
Oh, look, it
It's
wants to
creepy.
talk.
Oh, well, you guys get in there. I've been doing a lot of talking recently, so...
Yeah, but you're good at
I
that.
was a bird for half of it, so...
He still wouldn't shut up.
I have seen.
I am
The cows.
Flint. That little one is Finnery, and the cat one is Rafe.
That was perhaps one of the
Have you?
poorest introductions of a band of adventurers I have ever witnessed.
Well, I mean, we're not a
We're
band.
working on it.
The rest of them are in there at the moment.
Exactly.
Are they the brains of the operation?
No, they like...
No,
to
they're
think
the
that
magical
they-
ones that can get through things.
I mean, in terms of brains, like, you're talking like lived experience or like in like actual academic knowledge. I mean, those are two very different things. Intelligence is like really hard to measure in terms of one's life.
Hey, Finnery.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive that you even make wisdom something I don't want to agree with, and it's sort of my whole deal. So I think if I had to pass a bit of wisdom onto you, it'd be that less is more sometimes.
I agree with that one.
That's okay. No, seriously, that's like one of my pickup lines.
Oh, hang on. Finnery, drop your pants again, because that's very similar to sort of the outcome.
Exactly.
Of
Whoa,
That's
please,
literally what I was
please,
alluding to.
please.
Like,
Please,
but,
let's
sure,
not
like-
break the sanctity of this moment by revealing too much of ourselves. Is it you who has caused this? Pointing
no.
at the sky.
It's them witches be bitches. Or
yeah,
at least one of them.
Hmm. These witches do be bitches.
yeah, and
Oh, so you're anti-witch.
Indeed, I have seen many powers rise and fall in these lands.
Interesting.
And right now, if I'm not mistaken, I finally understand what I was missing this whole time. They weren't just here for power. I thought they were just after it for themselves. But I think there's something further afoot here.
If you're so wise, how do we get in the dome?
Finnery, see, a good question leads you far further than a ramble.
Or pulling your
Hey.
dick out?
okay. To be fair, both of those have served me well in the past.
Right. Well, it is still to be seen, but let's move on.
No, don't ask to see it.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
oh, sorry.
Please.
No,
What
but
will-
Put it away.
do you know how to get in there? Our friends are in there, and I prefer that they not die, at least without us.
That is understandable. I have the way that they've set these up, from my understanding, is that every layer has a origin. Every person and every individual an origin point. And only a few have access between the layers. And it seems that those have been able to pass others through given the right circumstance. I am not this bubble's keeper, but I may yet know who it is that you should seek.
When you say an origin point, like how does that tie into like the whammy pajammy stuff that goes on with layers of a multiverse and multiple iterations of one character for the sake of the player character who is very lazy?
What?
He's referencing himself.
Gloria gets it.
You're an interesting character, Finri.
Yep, that's why there's so many of us.
So is the other one.
Yeah. There was a simpler time when
There was only
rabbits
one.
were kept in check through a simple hunt every once in a while.
Ooh, yeah. See, I can't make a deal like that because I've already made a deal with another being, like another Fey being. Is it Tree? I don't know if you know them. They were on a rampage, and I just I agreed to take them on an adventure through the Feywild and stuff. So I can't make any more deals. I can't promise to hunt me.
Right, so if it wasn't one disaster, it'd be another. Is that what we're saying?
No, we got the Tree and I are going to go on an adventure. There's nothing about disaster
Yeah,
or
but
anything like
you
that.
were responsible for the murder of an entire people.
No,
Sorry,
I was
that
not
sounds like
actually.
Finri.
We stopped the murder of an entire people by myself making that deal with this Tree entity.
Right. Perhaps a redeemable part of you yet.
He also cooks.
I do also cook. I mean, and I'll hold out the It's not so much a treat as it's like a mini quiche, with like bacon and cheese and everything with like some herbs and spices and stuff. Like, if you'd like to try it, I'm sure it's much more delectable than my scrawny ass.
Perhaps.
Or as an appetizer.
Wait,
Huh?
I don't want to be eaten like this.
You have one chance to follow me. If you do, you may yet get through.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think much for convincing.
He just turns his back and just walks into the forest.
All right.
Okay, follow it.
Hey, wait. Can I cast False Life on Flint and Rafe before we go into the forest?
Sure.
What does that do?
Okay.
So that
What's going to happen to me?
That does. I give you guys 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points, and I create a simile of life for you guys. Did it roll? No, it didn't roll. Come on, D&D.
There was a 5 that rolled. And
5. There you go. You guys get 5. You guys get 5 hit points. Temporary hit points.
Awesome.
I'll
So-
take that.
And I burnt both of my
You-
spell slots, but it was worth it.
The group of you left following this owl through this undergrowth. You see the flow of the owl as he moves deftly between branches. You can see that he is not a stranger to these woods. You start to find at the outskirts of your view, in the midst of this terrifying effect that is in the sky, a few people, a few survivors huddled together, groups that seem to have been escaping from whatever dangers they found along their way. You see more of these souls, these spirits floating through the space. And while you travel, you see creatures that have for a long time been hidden to you in your time in the Feywild. You see will-o-wisps, energy coalescing and floating through the space. As you all are walking, they skitter through you, and you notice the flowing orbs, some stopping to look at you. A few of them float around your hands or your arm, Archie, looking at it, seemingly analyzing what happened. As they float, they sit upon each of your heads, and floating there, they guide you through a light shining out from where you stand into the dark forest around you.
Did you say Archie?
Sorry, was that your character's new name? Oh no, sorry, you're not there. I forgot.
They're in the bubble.
They're in the bubble. Yeah, good luck, guys.
Whilst we're walking, can I ask the owl what their name is?
You absolutely can. What would that sound like?
Oh, hey, Mr. Owl. What's your name?
You can call me Jack.
I'll call you Shadow. Okay, Shadow.
Jack.
Jarek. Jarek.
Jarek. Do you have like a nickname that's a little bit shorter that's easy to remember, or
Jay.
Jay?
No,
Jaybird.
I do not prefer Jay. If you must
Jay
use,
Swizzle.
Mr.
if you
Owl?
must use an abbreviation, you can call me Hunter of the Night.
That's pretty much an abbreviation, but okay.
In my
Coffin.
language, that would
Coffin.
sound like, "Woo!"
Oh shit! Where'd that come from?
Indeed. See, that is why my language is superior. It is far more eloquent.
It sounded like he just called you Finria. He just called you a hoe, I think. That's what it sounded like.
That would
A
be
what, sorry?
preposterous. Listen, we're here. Gazing forward into this area, you see that what's been developed seems to be some sort of refugee camp. As a few different colorful characters all scatter around, the predominant theme seems misery and fear. Some of them clutch to injuries. Others seem to be feeling more and more unstable by the moment. You see a few of them clutch their heads and look to you with a desperation in their eyes. Whatever's happening to them isn't happening to you, but the effect of that red in the sky seems to be a pain upon the people that is so far inexplainable.
Can I try to go up to one of them and like I'll offer out my hand in friendship, and if they take it, use the cantrip Spare the Dying to see if that kind of stabilizes them?
For as you go to them, they look at you, that desperation evident. They reach out, almost grabbing at you like somebody drowning at sea, finally getting a glimpse of hope. As they grab you and you cast your spell as an instinct in that moment, you see for a second as they improve, but just as quickly you see the light drain from their eyes again as the pain sets the second your spell takes its effect.
Anubis be with you. We will get to the bottom of this. You have my word. And I flick my scarf that I stole off Agdon, and I turn to the party. We've got a mystery to solve, guys. Whatever's causing that, where our friends are.
Here we go again.
You're guided by Jarek to this group that's gathered, and floating there with wings fluttering, a fairy looking also bandaged, seeming to lean a bit to one side as she flies there in the space in front of you. Jarek looks at you, looks at the fairy, says, Kaida, meet the cows. And
Well,
Haida?
some of us.
Kaida, Kaid. The fairy floats up to you, and she says, "It's a real pleasure to meet all of you tonight. I wish it was under better circumstances."
So do I.
You in charge here?
No, I've just found myself in a bit of a fortunate position to employment that makes me valuable in certain situations.
Do you know anything about this bubble, where it came from, like when it started?
Yes, I've got a little bit of insight, and you see her little hand goes to her nose, and she sort of sprinkles it, and a little bit of like magic dust seems to like fly off of it as she flicks it.
I offer her my hanky.
Oh, that's so kind, and the big light thing, she
Yeah,
shakes
it's like
it off, and she just wraps it around herself as she continues to fly somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was okay.
You should probably lay off the nose dust.
Oh, it's just in my family. We've got a little thing we generate pollen on our nose. It's something I was
quaint.
always born with.
Geez, you had to have hay fever, right?
Yeah, no, it was pretty awful. Luckily, I was in a good spot, but I had an uncle. You've never seen somebody sneeze and fly through the air quite like that man. He's a real character. Anyway, I digress. My story is quite simple. I work in that space there beyond that wall. Much of the time, I was ferrying goods between here and there, and you may just have an inn if my access still holds.
Very much like that.
Pray tell.
It's quite simple, really. It's more of a matter of making sure you're ready for what's on the other side.
We got friends on
And
the
what's
other
on the
side.
other side?
You'll find there, by all accounts now, a treasure trove of danger. I have not seen a gathering like this in a long time, but in there I've seen pass 2 witches gathered together. I have felt a darkness settle upon that space, and on my way out today, I damn nearly could have sworn that a piece of me almost left my body as I found myself on the other side of that wall.
They're draining the magic from the Fey realm. But
I'm not
Gloria's
an expert,
from
but it seems that way.
guys, okay, we need to get in. Like, is there anything that you all can do to help us? I mean, I know a little bit of magic. I don't know if the others do. Rafe, Flint, not Finn. Sorry, it's a different character. Woo!
Nope, no magic here.
And yes,
Wait,
I did say ferrying around.
Yeah.
Can we quickly
Yeah, I don't know.
ban this person in the chat? Yeah, get rid of them.
Bye.
Yeah. So as she speaks, she says, I overheard something in there. I am small enough to sometimes be overlooked, and let's just say I've heard things that would make your skin crawl. Have you ever heard of a being called Gragnau?
No.
Cracking out.
Finry feels
I've heard
an
of
itch at the
Finry.
back of his head, and it starts scratching. Hey, it wasn't me.
She flies over to you, and she she flicks your ear, and suddenly you just get hit with just this wave of knowledge of this experience that Finri has had, and you know immediately who Gragnell is from Finri's perspective. There you go. That seems to that'll do ya.
Oh, there's just blood pissing out of his like nose and eyes. It's just like, holy
We got
shit.
another one. Make sure we get
Wait,
some
wait.
some care here.
What did she do to you, Finri? That's the
Archie.
hardest ear flick I've ever seen.
Archie, Gloria, holy shit, they're in so much trouble. Oh my god, oh my god.
I see you've had
Have
some
you got a like paper
experience.
bag or something? Holy shit. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
She pulls out a small like pod. She unfolds it again, keeps unfolding it until it's like a folded paper bag that's big enough for you. There you go.
Thank you.
What was that name that got dropped twice?
Finri.
Name's Greg now.
God, another one? Really?
Greg Nell?
He-
Craig?
The other one, the one that has a hate crush on. He. Holy shit! The evil god. The one he took. The other Finri, his family was sacrificed to him.
You've uncovered some of the truth, I see.
Krago,
Yeah.
that's why he left. He was trying to stop.
Yes.
This is why Anubis let me come back to help you.
Yes. To be fair, you can fold paper bags more than 7 times in the Feywild. It's just I really wanted to make that very clear. It's part of the canon.
It's magic.
Absolutely, it is. You see her look at you. Yes, I heard them saying that they're ready for it. That the time has come. It seems that something happened here in the Feywild. Something big enough to disrupt the very fabric of the world. The protection we had keeping whatever forces were beyond here away seems to have been demolished, it seems. Some being of great power must have come through here and crushed any defenses we had, and it seems that in so doing has allowed Gragnell to enact their will upon this world.
Yeah, wow, that's insane. I'm sure it couldn't have been anything that we came across because we haven't come across any like world-shattering deities or magics of that type.
No, I appreciate that. I would never think that you guys would be directly responsible.
You know, we're heroes.
Yeah, no, I really saw that from you from the very beginning. If somebody like you were to have done this, I don't know if I trust the world anymore. I don't know if I'd be able to, live day to day. But luckily, that's not the reality that we live in.
Yeah. Finri just like puts her hands up and
Sure.
just turns back to Rafe and Flint. It's like, fuck.
Anyway, yes,
like that Michael Scott meme is like, oh, fucking kill me.
Yeah.
It's just-
as I understand it, it seems that they've been able to concoct some sort of plan with their dominance over the Feywild, that they're creating some sort of a siphon, and I'm not sure what exactly it's all going to, but Gragnell seems to be at the center of all this, and by all accounts, he does not seem like a friendly guy.
When you say a siphon, are we talking like souls? Is that what all the spirits passing into the...
It is as close an
Magic?
approximation as we've been able to get. I have been seeing reports come through and have seen some bodies from it, but it does seem that some people are finding themselves more heavily affected than others. A few have seemingly dropped dead, unconscious from the pain and agony that comes from whatever is happening there, but I'm not sure what's causing the difference between those affected and those not.
But it would make sense though, because magic well, it comes from energy, or the energy of the cosmos, and I don't know what the hell you did to my brain, but I have so much information going in there right now. But like magic comes from
I just
the
made a
universe.
door for you. You just put a little door between yourself.
But magic takes up the
there's a
universe.
few more.
Souls are made of magic, and that's energy. Like magic is energy, and you can convert that energy and siphon off that power supply, and you could create more power for either yourself or to power something. And I really think that Gloria and Archie are in a lot of danger, guys. We need to.
It could surely be that way, yes.
So less time here, more time getting in there.
Let's walk and talk, but the reason I'm so, and she starts flying forward towards the wall, the reason I'm so cautious is that I found something shift in there as I was leaving, and there's a few times in my life that I've been pushed to my knees by pure dread, and this was one of those times.
I'll tell you now. I do my best work on my knees, and I enter the bubble.
So she walks you guys over there, and eventually you guys do get to the bubble, and with her help, you touch the side of the wall, and you find yourselves walking through unencumbered.
Can we call out?
Sorry?
Can we call out to Gloria and the Chad?
We will find out when we return from this evening's break.
Ooh.
So make sure you join in next after the next 10 minutes to see the epic conclusion of that session.
I went into tonight's session being like, okay, I'm going to be a bit more serious. No more dick jokes, no more sexual references. Got to behave myself. And not even 5 minutes in.
Too many opportunities.
All right, 10-minute break, and then we'll be back to finish up tonight's story.
Oh.